OpenSoar. Handgun is just about the only thing on the site at the moment. Brand new site in general. Well, I created the Handgun Wizard primarily to give folks who are looking for a new handgun, especially brand new shoppers, those who've never bought one before, uh, potentially a single source of information to get them started with their buying experience. Now, at the time of this video, right now, anyway, this app is basically in beta phase, or alpha, really. I haven't truly vetted it. I've run it through a few browsers and had some friends and family take it for a spin. Um, Apparently, that's good enough for me to just set it loose on the general public, so lucky you. Anyways, that said, there's a bunch of features that I've held out on including in the initial release. Um, Additionally, I also plan on adding a couple more a couple more hundred handguns within the next few months. Also making it a little more mobile friendly. Right now it'll work on the mobile device, but it's not terribly pleasant. So bear with me on this, folks. I'll get this thing humming here. It's a living, breathing thing. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll show you how to use it as it is right now. Starting off, I'm going to go with some selfish motives and ask you to share this with your friends if you like it. Share it if you don't like it too, to your friends who you don't like. You can also follow OpenSoar on Twitter, Facebook, and RSS. Go ahead and do that too, please. Up at the top menu here, we have the companion guide. That's a 12,000 word document I wrote just to help new shoppers kind of understand what some of these filters mean, what the different trigger actions mean in terms of how that coincides with their shooting experience, and just about anything that you have a question on here, or what it truly, the significance of it. The companion guide answers that. The help video is actually this video that we're shooting right now, which should go ahead and blow your mind a little bit. Contact, self-explanatory, but basically if you, like I said, this is probably going to be pretty buggy. This is actually my first attempt at programming anything, so have fun. If you find some bugs, or you want some new features added, new guns added, or you think a gun shouldn't be on there, or you want to tell me I suck, or you want to tell me I'm great, hit me up here at contact. Frequently asked questions. Just about everybody who uses the internet or is alive should know what that means. And thanks. Right off the bat, I'm just going to thank a few folks who, my opinion, made this possible. Give a shout out to datatables.net, genetron.com, Backwoods Guns, my local gun store, and Code Academy. Thank you, folks. We're going to jump down to the meat and potatoes of this web application, and that is the table. I'm going to go ahead and just go through these columns here. Right now, you can see I have about 540 different models of handguns. Starting off with the model column, the make column, basically who made the gun, which is also found in the model column. A little redundancy, but it helps navigate more quickly, rather, sorry. Have the type between semi-automatic or auto-loader, or however you want to say it, versus revolver or wheel gun. Calibers, you can sort by calibers. And by the way, yes, you can sort by any of these columns. Caliber, trigger actions, in addition to single action only, double action only, single action, double action. Also added striker fired within there. I know it somewhat debated on whether or not that's really a trigger action, but for the sake of simplicity, I just lumped it all in there. I give a pretty detailed explanation of why I did that in the companion guide if you really want to know what that means, or why you think I'm an idiot for doing that, and whatever the case may be. Read that first before contacting me and telling me I suck, please. Capacity, also again pretty self-explanatory. If you see the +1 designation, that means the potential for a gun to be held, or pardon me, a cartridge to be held in the chamber. You're going to see that primarily on semi-autos. Overall length, barrel length, the weight of the gun unloaded, the MSRP, the suggested retail value, the used price estimated, and then the overall column is completely relative. In fact, when you first pull this up, the overall column is going to say NAN, and that is all null values, and that's because this determine overall rank column tool, subtool, has not been run yet. It's going to be all zeros if you come to the site for the first time. And what this does is you can choose these four primary attributes. You can choose which are most important to you. So if you want a real powerful man-stopping personal defense pistol, you might want to put 100 in there. I'm going to put 100. Capacity, personally, I don't really care too much about how much it'll hold. If you do care, you can put more than 5. You can put up to 100 again. Concealment, how easy it is to hide the gun. And by the way, you can click on any of these tool tips at any time, and I'll give you just a quick explanation of what that means. And recoil, and that's an estimated felt recoil. A lot of things go into recoil, ergonomics, length of the barrel, the size of the cartridge. There's a whole lot that goes into it. This is really just to be used as a guideline. It's not gospel. I mean, a lot of it depends on your hand itself, and that's obviously going to be difficult to measure remotely here. So just take that for what it is. You punch all these values in there, hit calculate. It's going to, on the fly, determine what the overall column is. You sort by the overall column, and this just gives you a general idea of what guns might be best for you. Where to go here? So yeah, I have the Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan at the top. Pretty sweet gun, the 554 Casull. Awesome. Now, if I want to, what am I? I'm using a list here. Let's see. If I want to sort through some of this stuff, let's say I'm looking for a Glock, so I can use the search function here, and it filters very quickly as you type things in. It'll dynamically filter. You could see that down here it went from 541 total entries to 24. If I want to show more than 10 entries, I can choose up to 100 at a time. You can scroll down and see all those. Search functions, it's pretty sweet. Say I'm looking for an HK. You type that in. Again, you can see how the HKs, at least the ones in my table here, rank with the overall column. The USP Compact Tactical, for instance, and a 45 has a 90. And I'll apologize. I'm on a really slow connection right now, so it takes a minute for these pictures to load. But you get the gist here. Have fun with that. If I want to clear the search, I just backspace. There are a few more columns that are included. In the interest of screen real estate, I only show a few at a time, but you can also add all the percentiles of how the gun attributes rank relative to each other. Whether or not they have manual safeties, ambidextrous features like excuse me, reversible magazine releases, and slide catches on both sides. Whether or not it's a gun that's ranked for folks with small hands, folks with weak hands, or arthritic hands. Whether or not there's an ambidextrous safety, obviously that is if there is a manual safety to begin with. Whether or not it's a polymer frame, whether or not it has an accessory rail, whether it be a Picatinny or a Weaver rail or the Glock proprietary rail. The overall column, and then a link to the manufacturer's website. All that can be added in the column section. Also, you'll notice down here in the filters, let's say for instance I want to only see guns that are good for folks with small hands. Let's say I have like an extra small glove size. I can click on Y for ES, as you might have guessed, and it'll show me 171 guns that are subjectively, rather subjectively, but pretty accurate population here, or sample rather, of guns that are good for folks with small hands. Also included in that are those firearms with adjustable back straps, interchangeable palm swells, anything that would allow somebody with a smaller hand or a larger hand to pop in a grip configuration that works best with their hand. I can filter by that too. I can stack filters down here at the bottom, clear them by hitting no. It's pretty self-explanatory. And again, if you don't know what any of this crap means that I'm saying in terms of interchangeable palm swells and whatnot, read the companion guide or just freaking Google it. It's not that hard. Sorry. What else do I have here? Went through all the features. You could print this. If you want to just print the table, you can go into print view and feel free to distribute this to your liking as far as the print version. I'd appreciate it if you don't steal my code just yet, but moving on. Go ahead and escape to get out of that. Finally, we have the Handgun Wizard within the Handgun Wizard. And this is for somebody who just absolutely has no idea what kind of gun they're looking for. They don't know what all these characteristics mean. You pretty much just want me to tell you what's right for you. Well, I'll put together this interactive questionnaire. It'll ask you questions based on how you answer some questions, and it'll go through, and as you answer them, it's gonna chip away at the overall sample here. I'll show you what I mean. So starting off, safety first, right? I'm dead serious about that. If you're handling guns and ignoring the basic safety principles, which I plaster all over my site. I think I mentioned safety principles 4 or 5 times within the companion guide alone. If you ignore that and you pick up a gun, you are a fool, and I want nothing to do with you. However, they are not very difficult. Follow these simple principles and you will shoot safely. If you answer no to that, no problem necessarily. I will go ahead and recommend a Nerf gun for you, or a Super Soaker, or paper football, just not a live firearm. So you can go ahead and try again when you're ready to be a grown-up. Alright, let's go ahead and click yes. Carry on. Would you consider buying a used handgun? Yes, and that's going to affect whether or not it's going to base your budget off the used price or the MSRP. Let's say $600 is the max I'm looking to spend. Click next. You'll notice it drops down to $320. All guns over $600 in the used column just went away. Will it be used for concealed carry? Sure. How often will you carry this gun concealed? This is really to get you in the mindset of carrying your gun. And a lot of folks will buy a big flashy gun because it looks cool, man. You go out and buy a Magnum Research Desert Eagle 50 cal shiny golden beast, and which is a sweet gun, but you're probably not going to carry that very often. So this is really just to get you thinking, am I going to do this? Is this just for like road trips, or is this for daily carry? Just to get you in the mindset. Again, only carry where it's legal, please, people. Would you feel comfortable carrying a concealed full-frame handgun? To give you an idea what a full-frame handgun looks like, I'll give you a little explanation. This is a HK USP next to a business card and a $20 bill. That's just really for a point of reference to give you an idea of how big a full frame handgun is. I'm going to say yes. Yes, I would. Consider carrying a revolver. Sure. Semi-auto? Yeah. Which of the following actions would I consider? I'm going to say I don't know, don't care, but at this point, if you do happen to know what these actions mean, you can select this and it'll only filter down to those that fall into that designation. How much experience do you have shooting handguns? Pretty self-explanatory here, but this is going to factor into a few different things, such as which actions are suggested. Whether or not you're left-handed, it'll kind of make a few different determinations there. Again, this is not the gospel truth. It's just a guide. Take it for what it is. Educational, entertainment purposes only. I'm not telling you have to buy a certain type of gun. I'm going to say some experience. Left-handed? I'm not, but I'm going to choose yes. Are your hands smaller than average? No. Do you have weak hands? Yes. You see, I'm down to 7 entries right now. Minimum capacity requirement. This is only going to look at the guns that are left in the table. There are models in here that represent many more capacities. However, like I said, there's only 7 guns left, 7 models left in the table here. So it's only going to show those that are options. I'm going to say I don't have a preference. Caliber preference, same deal. No, I don't have a preference. How often will you clean your gun? Every time I shoot it, I'm going to be a good boy. And again, you can click tooltips here anytime any of this is confusing to you. Just it'll help walk you through it. Is it necessary that the gun has a manual safety? No, it's not. Are you opposed to polymer frames? Let's say that I am. I like metal guns, man. Find me some guns. Boom. Got a nice little effect there. Down to the 6 guns. Again, the overall column still remains. If you wanted to go ahead and resort the overall column, you can do this at any time. Hit calculate and it'll recalculate it and sort it for you. Right now, it's got the Smith & Wesson Model 686 at the top of my list. Apparently, that 357 is the gun for me. Again, slow internet connection. It's going to take a minute for the picture to get down there, but that's really the gist of it. If at any time you want to just back out and restart over, you can hit the refresh button. Excuse me. And that will refresh the page. That's generally it for now. Like I said, I have a lot of plans, a lot of additions I want to make in the future for this tool. I also want to make some more tools, one for long guns, gun safes, accessories, holsters. I really just like to make this a site where anybody could come looking for information on personal defense or otherwise, and get the info they need to get started. I don't sell guns. I'm not affiliated with any, other than the shout out I gave to my buddy at the gun store. I don't have any legal affiliation with anybody who sells firearms. So there's really nothing, no personal gain in this except hopefully some advertisements, maybe eventually to help pay for the site, and just fun. It's just a lot of fun. So if you have feedback, I'd love to hear it. Hit me up on the contact or drop it in the YouTube thread. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be adding videos in the near future. And I appreciate you if you're still with me after all this time, tuning in. Have a terrific day. Oh, and think of veteran today, would you? Later.